In this video, I want to cover the Gacha system in Tower of Fantasy, and I'm also going to talk about the menu system. I'm going to try and go over this as best I can. I've got another returner's guide that I go over some other things in more depth, so if I don't go over certain things, you might find what you're looking for in that, but I'm also going to try and retouch on some things in this. I've had a lot of really good feedback from that video. I've also had a lot of requests for this video, so probably a little bit late now, but it will hopefully help new people that are going to be coming over potentially to TOF with Wuthering Waves and other things coming out later in 2024. So the Gacha system straight away, I actually quite like the Gacha system in TOF. So in Tower of Fantasy, you are pulling weapons, and the weapon is just somehow, well, is associated with a character. And so when you unlock a weapon, like I've got, say, my kit here with a Gacha skin for Liqua, and I've got her weapon, Lan, and Huang is my weapon set here, because I run a Fortitude build. And so this gives me, when you unlock, say, we got Master Yu is currently on the banner, so when you get one copy of her weapon, you unlock the skin. And so this is a simulacra that you can then use. Is basically just a skin for your character, but you need at least one copy of, say, Ruby's weapon, which is from standard now. Annabelle is now on standard. You need one copy of this weapon, so Annabella's rifle here, and that means you can then come here and use Annabella's skin. And if you get more copies of this weapon, going over to it, if you get more copies of this weapon, so like A3, you get an alternate skin for this character as well, as just by having more copies of the weapon. My elite worst skin I've got here is actually a Gacha skin, which I can briefly go on. I don't know if there's actually anything currently on, and this is my main character. So skins are quite interchangeable. As soon as you get a character, basically you're free to use the simulacra as and when you please. The simulacras have traits as well that do take time to unlock, but again, I go into that in my other videos. So when you pull on a banner, as I said, you are getting that weapon. Now, it is recommended to focus on one element, particularly if you want to be an attack DPS unit. I think there's a bit more flexibility if you want to be a healer or a tank. You can kind of, because there's not too many healing or tanking weapons, Fortitude or Benediction, there's not too many of those sort of weapons, so you can be a bit more flexible, I think, with your build on those. But if you primarily want to focus on damage, being a top damage dealer or trying to compete with the damage dealers at least, then you're going to at least want to try and focus on one element, and that just goes with having to build your kit. But so the banners here, this is the banner for, say, Master Yu, which is currently on. It ends in a week, which it says at the bottom down here, and it says Red Nucleus here. And Red Nucleus is the premium currency. These are the pools you want to save. These are the pools that are going to go on the latest character or the current character. But what Tower of Fantasy does when they bring a new character to a banner, say, so this is Master Yu, she is flame/physical, mainly a flame element. And so we have a flame rerun banner, and they will use the last Tower of Fantasy characters or weapons that were released. Will be then featured once again on their own banner down here, so we can then pull for any of these. And the nice thing of these ones down here is there's a pity system in TOF. There's kind of two, I would say. I'm not going to go into this too much detail. I'd say this is going to be a bit scuffed, but hopefully gives you an idea. And so if you see the pity on the main flame here, I believe actually carries over from this flame banner. So you can see it's 5 out of 80 and 5 out of 80. Now, when we hit that 80, you'll be guaranteed to get a 5-star. Now, there's another sort of hidden guarantee, but I think this has basically been proven now. You can't lose more than twice, and if you do lose twice, you're guaranteed on your third pity. So if you hit this for the third time on 80, you're guaranteed to get the banner character. And so this brings a 50-50 side to it, but again, it goes on the opposite way. You can't win twice. So if you hit 80 twice here and get, say, Master Yu twice, you're guaranteed the third time you hit this 80, it is not going to be Master Yu, and it's going to be a different character. Now, you can then utilize this on, say, You can try and then just, just basically manipulate it so you're going to lose. The ideal thing you want to happen in a situation like this is you kind of want to, in one pity here of 80, is you kind of want to win. You then want to lose at, say, about 50 or so, and you then want to win maybe before on the guaranteed, and then get the guaranteed, because then that will reset it to basically a guaranteed F. But that's kind of like your best outcome you would really get, is you kind of like, you win, you lose, and then you win again, I believe. I quite like that. And the other side of what you get here when you do a pull on this banner is you require, I think Nikkei does this as well, you get like tickets, and then this you get flame gold, which is this flame gold power. And so if you pull enough times on a banner, which is usually about a month, you can then use this flame gold in the store. But this one, say this is the latest character, Master Yu, she carries a separate flame gold to these rerun banners down here. This is a completely separate flame gold. So you can't build the pity in flame gold on both banners, but I believe you can build the pity on your general pools on both banners, if that makes sense. So people generally say you want to save your flame gold. Now this is, and it's unfortunate that if you end up having to get the character through flame gold, this is like this is basically the pity right here, and it's in the store. If you go to 80, you lose, you do another 40 pulls, and you still don't get an SSR, and it can happen. Toph is quite generous in my opinion, but that can happen. It's happened to me. Particularly, I think, on like Lynn's banner when she was last rerun, it happened, and people say don't pull for Lynn because it's kind of benched now. But I just wanted one copy, and I believe they actually let you buy Lynn, and that's actually how I got my copy of Lynn. Is I actually bought it for like $5 or something. But here we go. So this is the flame god here. You need 120 to buy one copy of the weapon here, and this will give you the weapon, and obviously doing that will give you Master Yu skin, as it usually would. And you can see here we can buy one selection box of the matrices. Just going into the brief of that, this is basically the same thing as what I just said about the others. That they will have a matrice banner. This is like a sort of artifact banner. You can't get these matrices for Master Yu any other way other than off of this banner. But this has got a pity system of 40. It follows the same 50-50 system, but you can't win more than twice, and you can't lose more than twice. Again, ideally, you kind of want to win twice and get 2 pieces, because then you can at least use a 2-piece. Obviously, if you can then pull 1 piece off of this, maybe in a quick snipe 10 pull, something like that, you get 1 piece, you get really lucky, and say you've got like 1 copy of Master Yu already, and you've got just enough of this flame gold to buy the box. That means you've then got Master Yu and you've got 2-piece matrices, and this will mean you can make up whatever matrice piece you need. You can make up here, and you can make a 2-piece set pretty much easily peasy. You can select whichever piece you need, and this has the same flame gold pity, same deal. And I think the biggest thing to note is that basically the pity isn't shared between these banners on the flame gold. So if you pull on the main banner, you're not going to be able to then have this same flame gold for, say, Facer or anything here. But you will find, again, there's the box here, there's the weapon here for 120. Usually only 1 copy. Maybe you can buy more than 1 copy. Maybe it's just the box you can't buy more than 1 copy of. But yeah, I assume you can buy as many copies as you get on the pity out of this. I don't think that will run out. So hopefully that makes sense. I say I quite like this. It's given me basically any character I kind of need, either through DC or through the daily login. Sometimes in the store they do pretty much deals that you're stupid not to get. Sometimes in the store, like here, they'll do deals, particularly on the new banner. They've started doing this straight currency stuff recently. That wasn't there before, but stuff like this, so like 1,600 for like 40 pulls there, all that stuff. They're generally a pretty good buy if you've got the Tenium, that sort of thing. Usually, sometimes better, but that's just an idea of basically that's the premium banners. You'll get in Toph, you'll get gold and purple nucleus all the time, like all the time, like throughout. Even now, I'm still getting, each day you log in, you're getting them. So you will always get a chance to pull, but the standard characters here, so the gold banner, the gold nucleus, it's kind of like the semi-premium currency, because you can still get some really nice, and particularly now in Tower Fantasy, like if you're only coming into the game now, you'll, in theory, should have a better account starting out than many other people that started a year or two ago, just purely because they constantly add old characters now. So say, I think Lan was the recent character that's got added here. If we look for more information, it should give us an idea. So we've got so many now SSRs on this banner. Yeah, we've got Icarus as well, really is on standard. So yeah, Icarus, Lan, Fenny, Umi, Alice, Annabella. Annabella's a big W if you get Annabella. Saki's still really good. Ruby can be good. Some of these others I'm not so sure of. Chroma and Huma are kind of classic. They're like the sort of original banners. I believe everyone up to Crow here was like original banner, and everyone else afterwards has been added. So no doubt we'll be getting like Huang, eventually Master Yu in probably a year's time from this video. Maybe Master Yu will be coming onto standard. And so what happens here is basically the same deal as before the 80 system. This pity is not shared with the premium. This is a completely separate pity system on the gold. So, but it works in the same way. You can't lose more than twice, you can't win more than twice, but there's a 50-50 on pretty much most times, and ideally you want to kind of get it early and then get the guaranteed to be either an F or a W, whatever. But when you pull with the gold, it's not advised, by the way, to spend your DC on this, really. Maybe at the beginning, but even then, it's advised to really save your DC, this currency here, your dark crystals, save that currency, and don't use it on this banner, and definitely do not use it on this purple banner, but I'll get to that in a second. But this black gold here is permanent, and any flame gold, so say this 33, which I'm probably not going to use in 6 days time, this 33 is going to get added to this black gold here when this banner goes away if I don't use it. So it doesn't get wasted, but it is kind of a bit of an F, because obviously you've paid premium for that flame gold, and it's just going to get turned into black gold. So it's not bad, but it's kind of, either way, this is still very valuable. And what does black gold do? Black gold does the exact same thing, but this is a permanent store from the permanent banner. This is the permanent standard banner in Terra Fantasy. And so like here we've got Lan, and you can buy 2 copies a week. So this is very worth saving, because you can literally just buy a weapon out of the store with it, and you will get plenty of chances to buy multiple weapons out of here. You will get plenty of pulls, particularly if you just play through the story and explore. You'll get so many. You know, you'll easily be able to get 6 or 8 weapons out of that, no problem at all. I think I've had more than that, to be honest. You can see I'm currently saving for like the 120 again, and that goes for the same deal of the Matrix banner here. It's got this pity that again is permanent pity base chips. You can see I'm actually kind of saving this. I've got 300. But you can buy boxes here, and this box contains a selector for any 4-piece of a Crow Matrix, just one Matrix, but it contains, you can choose any one you like. So if you've been lucky enough to defeat a boss or something, and you've got, say, 1 Samir piece and 1 0 piece, and you've got enough of these base chips, and you want to make a 2-piece set of each, you know, you can complete that. Probably not advised, but I'm not so familiar with a lot of these recent pieces. I've got a 4-piece LAN. I mean, maybe I wouldn't have done that if I'd have known I could have got LAN out of here, but I got very lucky either way getting 4-piece LAN off of her banner, and she was last year available around sort of just before Christmas, and Annabella is on here as well, and Fenris. So you can get some really nice pieces. Again, these will help complete a set, and obviously hopefully if you get, you know, even complete a 4-piece, I guess is the ideal thing they're used for. So hopefully that clears that up. The purple banner is basically just like, this is basically nothing. This is just free. Just get what you get. Don't ever spend DC or anything on this, but this is what Toff hands out often. You'll get to pull on this a lot, but I have done like 80 to 100 pulls, and I've not even had a purple turn up. And a purple will give you, if you get a purple off of any of these banners, once you've got the original purple characters maxed out, the SR characters maxed out, that will give you a flame gold, because you got a dupe for that. And it's the same thing if you get a dupe of an SSR. You've got a maxed A6 SSR, say Samir here is maxed out with her outfit there. you'll then get 10 flame gold if you get another Samir dupe. But I found at the beginning this purple nucleus banner I got quite a lot. By all means, it's worth I wouldn't worth saving any of this. I would definitely full send the gold and purple. Don't save either of these. I wouldn't really say it's worth it. But there is some people that will save like 700 purples and then they'll just do them all in one go. I've definitely seen 400 pulls of purples in a go and not really had a single SSR, so that's kind of what you're looking at with the purple. There is no real pity. You can see here there's no pity system or anything. You will get SSRs off of it, but it's very here and there. If you get two almost back to back, that's very lucky and very rare. So take the W while you can. So I think that covers the gacha system. Hopefully that gets you going. I say you're pulling the weapon, you get unlock the character of that, and then if you want to say get another skin, I don't know if we've currently got a skin available. Have we got a skin of? Oh, I see Gachapon machine. Oh, we do. We have this one. I always wanted this one. Oh, damn you, game. So this is the same thing, but this is a better visualization of what's actually going on here, because they've even, if you're really confused, there's even the gacha machine, the literal gachapon machine right here. So you know full well this is gambling, right? This is full on basically gambling. I think essentially what you'll be looking at to clear this out, and you've got a week to say if you really want this. I think to clear this out, now this is probably a little bit more fair. Compared to the traditional gacha skin banner, which I think can be very expensive. I think that can be about, in total, to clear the whole thing, and most of the time the skin is the last thing you'll get. I think it's about 8,000 to like 10,000 DC, maybe more. I think it's usually around that sort of number, and that's how much you kind of need. And to be honest, this banner is going to be about the same. If I draw one, it's going to prompt me, right? Yeah, so spend 100 crystal to buy a coupon. So this is like, you'd think in theory better, but the problem is there's more stuff to lose on here. So you could in theory snipe this, but the chances of actually sniping at the skin is very low. Okay, it's very, very, very low. If you really want it, just be prepared to basically empty this whole thing out, which again might be like, yeah, 9,000, 10,000 DC, maybe more, maybe less. I can't remember. It's been a while, and I don't want to do the math. Oh, so basically, yeah, we spent DC, we got a token, we've got one token, and we got a purple. Yeah, not worth. Absolute garbage. Look after your DC. This is like basically the premium currency. You will get lots of it exploring, but they often do these weekly gachapons for different skins in the game. So you know that's entirely skippable. I would say completely skippable. Tough hands out so many skins, and you can do questing for skins. This is a premium skin my character's got, but we'll gloss over that. So menus, which might be hard to see with me actually standing up here. Let's put it to the back here. But so there's a lot of menus in Tower Fantasy. It can be very confusing. I'm assuming this has all been designed for mobile, right? So you're meant to just basically push the screen. With the PC here, you have to press Alt and you get a free use of the mouse. And using this option, because I can't move the character now, we're using this mouse. When using this, we can basically traverse everything around the map. So there's actually a lot here, but I don't necessarily use all of it. I mean, there's a quick camera button like up here. Don't really use it. I think this tells you the weather and the time on the server. You don't really use it. You can't change that because it's for everybody. It's server time. Again, I have no idea what this is. Probably something useful, I don't know. Your mail system is right here. You'll see like lots of red dots on this. This is where you'll get mail, sometimes GIF, sometimes DC from server time and stuff like that. That is apparently a hot link to some event or something. No idea. What is this exclamation mark? This is like, I'm guessing your like archive or something. I'm looking at this survival guide or something. It said that. I'm not too sure. I don't use it. And so if you want to see your quests, like this is a medium one I think some people struggle with, and this is probably where they need to sort of fix this a bit. Your quest is basically, you see this exclamation point here, enter the Quiveril Ruin. I think this is the main quest I'm doing now. If I actually press that, it's then opened up a side piece here, and it's given, this is our team icon. So if you want to make a team, you click this, you can either find a team, create a team. If you do create a team, I would generally recommend doing what I do, put team mode on at the bottom here, so it turns it into 8. Not 4, and then put auto approve requests, and then just go. You're good to go. You've got a team. You can just say in world chat, hey, I've got a team, come and join. I want to defeat a boss. You know, tell people what channel you're on, which is the channel you're on is over here. If you want to change channel, obviously just click on this and you can change to a different time or a different server. Essentially, you can go from, say, channel 12 to channel 8. It will be a completely different server in theory. Depends, whatever. There can only be so many per server. So if, like, say, domain 9 here is quite busy, we're currently on channel 12, probably because domain 9 is quite popular at the minute. A lot of people doing their questing, I'm sure. So we've just started a team here. We're going to then leave it. Right above this flag icon is this little notepad. Again, when you click on it, little notepad. This is all your quests. The fact that I just had to explain all that to tell you this is where your quests are and stuff is a little bit annoying, but that's kind of welcome to the scuff game that is TOF. So up here we generally have your latest event. So again, same thing, you want to use your mouse. You want to go up to this top right corner. If this is collapsed, you want to press this arrow and extend it out, and I'll generally recommend keeping this extended out. But this would usually be the current event that's on. And then going down the side here, you've got different parts of what's the event. This is an actual like calendar, event calendar. It will tell you what's going to be happening and when. So you know, you don't, if you're really interested, maybe you're quite a busy schedule, this will tell you then when and how you can get certain stuff. Like I didn't even know how you get this skin. It just tells me right there. So and then you've got another sort of, say this is a kind of an event, I suppose. You know, it's got some stuff to complete here. We've done half of it. I need to do one more and I can claim this, and it's got a week left. So what do I need to do? Enter fog reconstruction. I could probably do that. And then clear the raid element alert on any difficulty. Again, I probably need to do that. I've been slacking on that sort of stuff. I've not been playing so much. Raids are usually best to do on like the weekends, because that's when most people are on to do that sort of group content. Particularly Sunday, I've noticed, is really, particularly on EU. But basically, so you want to go through this, you know, same thing here. We got another thing, and I've claimed all the rewards for it. There's another one at the bottom here, network tracing. I think this is where we get the skin or something. Again, this is all like an event. I haven't really dabbled with that too much. And that's just this first slide. Okay, the next one is what we just showed before. This is the pulls there. That's the banner. This is like sort of banner rewards. So if you end up ordering a certain amount of stuff on a certain banner, you'll get rewards for doing that here. The same thing for different banners here. Free pixels. This is just an advert, basically. This is just an advert. And going along the bottom here, we've got different tabs. Oh, what is this? I have goods. Oh, I didn't know that was there. There we go. Good job, I came in and got more goods. Oh, this is pulls for that Gacha machine, I think. And then if you do end up swiping DC, TOF does this a lot, where they'll give you a bonus for topping up. So say if I topped up 1980 premium crystals, which is titanium, that's the one I couldn't remember what it's called, you'll unlock, say, all of these, and this is just an extra bonus. So you see here, you'll get an extra, what, like 500 DC, you'll get some simulacra trait mats that you can give to your characters to unlock a trait for that character, which is very important. And then you get a shard for a relic box there. Hopefully that's the good one, but I don't know. I don't know if that's like the sort of battle pass. Hopefully you've got the premium relics in that one. It is gold. And then you get this little charm at the end, which on this case is apparently a rose for your character or something like that. They've done usually emotes and other stuff on this. And I think sometimes it goes spending even more than that, but obviously there you go. So this is just for topping up, basically. It's just extra rewards. This is an advert, I believe, for the battle pass. No, mystery box. So you can buy this in the store. This is again like another Gamba. There's skins you unlock and there's other stuff you can get. It's just like a little Gamba box, quite cheap. How good that is, I don't know. This is the Gachapon machine, which we just showed. We've got 5 drawers. Do we have a little Gamba? Let's have a little Gamba in the middle of this video. If you've enjoyed this and it's helping you, please leave a like. It means a lot. It means a lot to me. And I've really enjoyed TOF. TOF is a great game. It's a really good game. It's worth chilling out in. The community is great. Oh, there we go. We got a gold. We got a... What is this? We got a... This is a premium banner matrixy pull. Like a free ticket, a free pull. Which is really good. You want to save those. You definitely want to save those. You ideally want to save these for when a character comes and you really want at least a 2-piece or maybe obviously a 4-piece of the matrices set. But yeah, you definitely want to be saving these for a matrices set you want. And the same thing with a red nucleus. Obviously, if that wasn't obvious, you definitely want to be saving these because these are the premium pools. There isn't actually DC in this one, but then we've obviously got gold nucleus, and we've got the standard banner, basically the standard banner pools there. So is this an avatar? It's just an avatar, and it doesn't actually say. It's an avatar, yeah, because there's a frame right there. Okay, there you go, some little cosmetics. So here we go, another page down here, the rewards. This is again just a daily login to day 7. We just get one shot. You don't really get a lot out of that. Not really the biggest deal. So this is long term. You'd think this would disappear, but basically this is something, I guess, if you're new, you'll be gradually working your way towards rewards over time. You know, reach a certain level of your character, and you get to claim this. You can see, obviously, I'm maxed out, so we've got all that. That shouldn't probably be there anymore. This is the battle pass. Again, going through this, you would think, really, the battle pass should probably be in a better place than this, but no. Welcome again to Tower of Fantasy. This is just how it is. Everything is just shoved in everywhere. So this is the battle pass, and you'll find doing things each week, which I'll go through in a bit, I suppose, because there's a lot more menus to go through. I'm afraid to say. There's a lot more menus, but there we go. So I'm already level 98. I haven't bought this. I'm just doing this F to P. I don't really normally buy the battle pass. Usually it's worth if there's a skin you like, but otherwise, or there's a mount you'd like. They usually do some really nice mounts and stuff in the battle passes. And there is some pools. It's probably very good very early on, because I guess you get this Hilda matrix set. You're almost guaranteed a set of that, which again, very early on, having any matrix set of a SR complete, let alone SSR, is very worth. That's big power early on. But yeah, so basically you want to come in here and press claim all, usually, if you haven't done it. But you will unlock this. You'll unlock progression each week doing this, just through playing the game. This is you can almost max this out. You can max out a week's worth of activity in usually like a day or two. Very, very easy to do. Gift code redeem area, and then just some links for them. Clothing pod. Now this is a bit of a weird one. This will basically either be standard banner pools here for the character or for the matrices. It'll be either one. I think it's just random. And so if you log in, I think, what is this for, like every day for like a week, or after 12 days here. So if you log in every day for like 2 weeks, you'll get this for free. And what they're trying to do here is basically say, hey, look, you can get temples at 10,000 DC. Don't do this. Obviously, if you're a whale, whatever, it doesn't matter. But don't do this. This will eventually be free after 2 weeks. Eventually, this is just a free temple they'll give you. And they try to offer it as a discount. You'll notice, like, a few days before it's free, it will be like 300 DC. To try and like sort of tempt you before it goes free. I would just, I don't know. If I was actually tough, if anything, I'd just probably get rid of this and just give you the free 10 thing after like every 2 weeks or something. But yeah, just I wouldn't, don't waste your DC on this. DC is quite valuable, and just wait till that gets to be free. And I said the W for me now is getting a 10 pull for the matrices, because it has helped a lot on that. So that was just this second one. Then this other one over, this is like a beginner banner. I think it disappeared for a while, and then for some reason of the recent update, it's actually come back for me, even though this is completed. But again, this is just like, if you're new, this is great to work on. It tells you everything here you need to work on, but there is a lot to do here. It's in chapters, and in doing all of this, you will get, I believe, a 4-piece Shiro set. It says ×2, but I'm pretty sure I got a 4-piece out of it. Yeah, there's a box down there for Shiro. Yeah, so this is a really nice thing. This helped me when I returned to TOF. This was cool. And so yeah, do this. This will help you. This is almost like a guide on how to do, what to do, and how to do it. So make sure to use that, particularly if you're feeling a bit lost. Just go and have a look on here, and it will tell you basically what to do. And I'm pretty sure it will then guide you where to go. So this is the main menu. This is the next one over. There's two sort of like swords next to each other. This is like the main sort of tab menu, as it will. This is like the sort of the main setting area. At the top here, we can see our activity for the battle pass, and this is where you'll tap. I think you can tap to unlock like extras from your weekly activity, but this is a good indicator on how much activity you've unlocked for, say, your battle pass. So if this is maxed out to 900, you've basically maxed out your battle pass activity for the week. But this is all free stuff you can claim just from doing activity anyway. What is the activity? It's right here in front of us. You know, complete 8 bounty missions, cook 10 times, kill 1 world boss, clear interstellar exploration, clear joint op 3 times, kill 100 over. You know, so just basic stuff. Just play the game. You'll never need to really think about this. You'll just do it, and it will come in here and it will tell you to claim, and you just claim it. Very easy playing the game, but this is your main weekly, so this is what it opens with, and then the next one down is your recommended. They recently updated this, and this is a little bit cleaner. Mia's Kitchen is just a way of healing. If this is at free, you only get a maximum of 3, but you want to use this. What this will do is it will restore your satiety, which is like sort of your self-healing over time, and once this depletes, you want this back up at 100 so you can slowly heal over time. Quite useful, particularly like me when I'm a tank. I don't have to worry so much about healing after fights. I can just rely on that. And then Mia's Kitchen is usually replenished. I think this refreshes over time. But you can see here's a maximum of 3. So you don't want to let this be maxed out. I think some people do all 3 at the same time, actually, I've seen, to be honest. But I tend to do 1 or 2 every now and then, depends what's going on. But yeah, very useful, free healing, and it gives you buffs and other stuff as well. World exploration, this is just, I guess, another way of telling you what's on the map. So on the map here, you've got different areas, just using domain 9 here as an example. And yeah, each area has its own path to complete, and it will tell you here things to do. So target list, scenic points. I haven't done that. You can see I've missed 3 scenic points. There's still one more chest to find, the statues and stuff. So in doing this unlocks points in that area, and in doing that unlock points, you'll be able to obtain these rewards, usually from the statue. In this case, for that area is where you get the points, and you can see there's 6 different areas down here, and I've nearly completed all of them basically. So again, these all give you rewards. You know, you got like pools, DC. This is augment materials for your character's gear. This is a relic. I mean, this is a gachapon machine pull. So all very worthwhile. Paying attention to that. Unlimited the overworld. I actually haven't really seen this before. I think this is just a shortcut to events in the world. So there's a market in the bazaar in domain 9, the gachapon machine in Moria, which is Vera, and the world bosses. So I'm assuming this is just gonna hot link us to the area we're in, domain 9. So it just literally sent us to Tautui over here. So maybe it's just an indicator. It tells you the closest place. The ruins. This is probably the most important thing when you're new. You will do this at sort of like the middle ground of your account, but you need to do these. This is big stuff for your account, particularly gear and things early on. But there's easy, normal, and hard on all of these to do, and obviously these are quite fun to explore. If anything, it's a little bit annoying that they haven't followed this up, because I actually quite enjoyed these domains or ruins in TOF, and this was kind of like launch TOF right here. This is like launch day TOF. Will be quite challenging. It will challenge you a bit, I would say, on some of these, particularly if you're trying to fight above your CS. It's completely doable. Maybe look at some guides, but these are fun to do, and I think they're quite helpful in guiding you. But you want to make sure you do these, as well as playing the story. And then we've got casual, so this is what you'll come to every day. There's various bits here. I don't use much of this. I think this is like mini games again, racing. There's your research. You will use this a lot when you're going around, particularly when you go to Vera. You'll be researching a lot, and you get materials for doing this, and it depends on like boss fights and other stuff you've done. You'll be able to claim materials, premium materials. The main thing I come in here for is either the fishing, the appointed research, or the racing is pretty good. Or this artificial island. Now your artificial island is an entire another bit, but basically this is worth coming in here and doing. You want to clear it. You want to eventually build these pods. It's very simple, very straightforward. Very, very straightforward. But you want to check that out. This is like your own little personal island that you get to not really customize, but you just get to work on. It gives good rewards. But it's different to the artificial island on the map, which is the same map, but that one's actually your own little personal island. And then here it gets your daily bounties. So this is like your dailies, and you get to choose where you want to do your dailies. So I'll use this today. I'll just choose domain 9. You get to choose. I'll just go submit, because apparently there's stuff I've already got I can submit. And then so now all I need to do is go and kill 4 tricoons or scourges, and then eliminate domain guard dark wretch, and then just kill 3 of them, and then that will be all my dailies done. And in doing this, this will give you experience, and I think it'll give you activity, as well as it will give you, like give you a purple pull there. This will give you Vera coin and a gold pull. Got a matrix C, weapon materials. I don't know what this is. Experience terrain's bounty level. Well, there you go. So it'll help you with your weekly stuff, I think. And then up in the corner here to note is your vitality. This is like your resin that you get, and you don't want to have this maxed out. And how you use the resin is on the next page on select, which you won't even be doing at the beginning. You want to be doing joint operation here, which this is a multiplayer situation. Now, if you're early on, this is very important, right? Because this is big in terms of your account and getting good gear. But this is also one of the areas where TOF kind of falls off a bit. So everybody is either going to be on difficulty 8 at the end here on classic mode, or they're possibly doing this new balance mode. I've never done the balance mode myself. I have no interest in it, but I can see it's there for maybe some people at the end game or whatever. But you will notice that here you won't be able to do this, so you'll be stuck at, say, difficulty 2, and it will still be probably quite difficult for you because you haven't got the power, you haven't got the gear, you're starting up. But these materials, even at your lower level, are still quite valuable. So ask in the world chat, do what I said about making a team. Go into the world chat, say like, hey, can someone help me with joint op, difficulty 5? Make a team, and if you did what I said and you made it so you can auto join, I'm not even kidding, you'll probably, particularly if you play at like peak hours, you'll probably get a full team within a few seconds. There'll be more than enough people willing to come and help you do this sort of stuff. And then even if there isn't, and there's only one person, which I've gone to help someone on my own quite a lot in this game, one person should generally still be enough. One person will be enough to help you clear a lot of these lower levels, particularly if they're like sort of end game level. No problem at all. They'll almost fly through, and you won't really do anything. But obviously to you, it will be massive. So just as soon as you can, try and get into this end on. This is joint operation. This gives you 3 chests, well, it's technically 4, but 3 of them cost vitality, and it costs 30 vitality each. So really at the beginning, it's probably quite recommended to farm that, to be honest. Just do this 3 times a day or however many times you want. Interstellar exploration, God, it's been so long. Yeah, these are gates around the world. I did those. I can't remember what they give you, but they're probably worth doing as well. But the other thing I did is the matrix drill and the weapon drill. And these give you weapon materials that will let you level up your weapon. Probably one of the main ways of getting these materials, to be honest. And even now, I'll come in here and I'll just do this on the last difficulty here, difficulty 3. And then matrices is the same thing. Although you wouldn't really need to do this, I don't think. You should get enough stuff, but it depends. So again, I think this is like, I don't know what it is per time, but I can auto it. If I go, I think after you've played it so much, you can quick battle it, so you don't even need to do it. And so I can quickly burn all my vitality in one hit, and I can, so if you want to do your dailies quickly, you can do your dailies in like sort of 5-10 minutes in Tower of Fantasy. Probably like 5 minutes really, if you really wanted to. Not a big deal. And so that's that. That's how you spend your vitality. And then coming into here, this is more sort of co-op / PvP area. I think your arena, your break from Destiny, this is PvP. It even says PvP. I'm ashamed to say I've never really played it. I think because when I initially matchmaked for it, it was kind of dead, and I don't know. I've just never really been interested in PvP in this game. Maybe that's the thing I've been missing in this, but I've never really done it. The main thing I do in here is Frontier Clash and Void Rift, particularly if these are 3 out of 3. You've got these maxed out. Just come over to these. Either do normal or I do hard, and just go, and you should match make, be a healer or something. If sometimes matchmaking is a bit hard, because obviously everyone's matchmaking to be a DPS, and particularly if you're new, it probably is quite sensible just to focus on healer build. And a good healer build is usually attack focused anyway, so a lot of healers are sort of scaled on attack in this, but not all of them. Coco is still probably the best, I guess. We've got this with the Void Rifts is where you want to do this. Again, you kind of get carried through this quite easy. There's a weekly raid to do. I don't really do this one on the right because this usually usually requires a bit more in-depth tactics from, say, your squad. Whereas this one on the left here, you can do on Heroic and Challenge. It says, I mean, Challenge is kind of late game, I suppose, but even lower level requirement 60, yeah, you should be fine to help out with this sort of stuff at that level. And again, you'll see people calling out for raids in chat, so just join their team. How do you join their team? So who's calling out? Is there anyone calling out? Might be a bit quiet because this is, I guess it is coming up to prime time. So say this person here wants help with Robug. This is quite a low level account. He's not joinable. He's not joinable. Are you joinable? So there we go. So if you click on the avatar here, it will say join team. You just press that and you'll just join. If they're available, you'll just join their team. And then if you want to actually teleport to them, there'll be a little icon that says teleport to leader. Again, we're using our mouse and the team guide here, but if you remember, this is our team area. There should be a little button that says teleport to leader. Just hit that and it will take you to their server without you having to change server yourself. If their server's full, it will usually just put you somewhere random. Kind of annoying, but that's kind of what Tower Fantasy does. Wormhole, kind of annoying. Give it a go. A little bit different. You pick up weapons, and it's just a little bit different. It's almost like a different game, really. And then Bygone Phantasm and Sequential Phantasm, basically kind of like your Spiral Abyss, I guess. And this kind of resets every now and then. Like, I've got to do this again. Didn't feel like it was that long ago. It doesn't tell you, I think, when it resets, though. Might be like every 2 weeks or something. Or every week. I'm pretty sure it's every 2 weeks, though. I don't really know. But that should really be it. For majority of the menus in Tower Fantasy, that should really cover you to get you going. So again, if this helped you, please leave a like. I'm just trying to think off the top of my head. Is there anything else? I think that's it. I think covered the gacha, covered the menus. That's what I wanted to do. Please check out my returners guide if you want to see me cook a little bit more on, say, your build. If you want to see more on my build, I recently just did a build account covering my Fortitude build, my Wanderer's stats, and how I built this character, and why I use certain matrices on certain characters, and how I got the matrices on certain characters. Suka and stuff like that, and what I do with a Suka. You see that I've got like a cobalt thing, which probably needs changing, but it's working. It works pretty good. Not to mention I go over like my team comps and the traits I use, and Smart Servant is pretty straight. You'll unlock this eventually. Smart Servant you'll unlock eventually, you'll get that, and there's nothing to really worry about there. So alright, what else have we got? We got the shop. The shop is pretty self-explanatory here. So this is where you'll get your monthly pass, or there's an adventure pack here, which is usually worth getting. You get a selector box, so you can select any sort of SSR. I should include even the recent ones, but don't quote me on that. That could be from before. And then we've got the battle pass here as well. So this is where you see, and you can also then see if you do get the monthly pass, like I did quite a lot. You can then extend up to get to 6 as well. It will tell you how many days you've got left up here, which is quite convenient. So Wanderer Supplies is a daily supply box here. You don't really get much from it, but it's okay. Some more premium sort of login stuff. This is kind of whale territory here. Not really good to advise that. This is your generic shop. I've never really used this. You can buy like premium augment materials. You can obviously buy the pools here, but I don't know why you would do that. Then again, yeah, you got like random premium stuff here. You got like a random ass Annabella skin is in here for some reason. Some previous battle pass skins in here. This is in here. Oh, this wasn't in here before. I'm pretty sure. Always quite like that one. That's a nice one. Why do you take me back? There we go. Come on. Yeah, these are all like sort of previous battle pass skins, I think. You can just buy outright with Tanium. So not really a big deal. These are some mounts as well. I don't know why Annabella's in there, though. That's still random. And then growth packs. You can get to unlock these, I think, if you do the wormhole. You get some of these for free, so that's pretty convenient. And this is the Tanium page. This is where you top up. You know, if you get a top up, you get your first time top up. And then once you've done that, you've done that. That's it. It doesn't seem to refresh. Hopefully they do refresh that. And then this is kind of ideally where you want to really be spending that Tanium. is on these packs. Not all of them are obviously very worth, you know, some of them are kind of here to just like, you get what you get, you know, like a 10 pull for 980. Sometimes that's all that's left if you clear out a lot of the best deals, but ideally, obviously, it's best to save. You can see here we get a lot more for 980 in this pack up here, but it's expiring in a week. And obviously, I think some of these are pretty good deals as well. There's 6480 for a full set of liquor. But, you know, it depends how much you want to spend. You know, ultimately, I would only really recommend getting the monthly and maybe the battle pass or two early on. If you're going to do it, probably like one or two. But that would be my sort of advice. But that's on the shop. And then it comes to this side menu here. And this is actually, I believe, been recently expanded upon. It looks overwhelming, but there's not really, you're not really going to use too much out of this too often, to be honest. The main one to use every week is the commissionary, and this takes us to the same place we were using that gold for the Gachapon banners or the Gacha banners, the flame gold, the black gold, the tickets, you know, that sort of stuff. This is this store here. This is where you get these, and this is what, like PvE, PvP shops as well, stuff you'll get from just playing the game. This is where you can come and unlock it. But so you can buy gear outright here of this sort of dust currency, which you'll get from doing a lot of the PvE stuff. But the main thing you want to get is at the bottom here, these booster modules, these augmentation boxes, the advancement modules, the potent omnium crystal. You definitely want to be buying that if you can afford it. And obviously these gift boxes are very good if you've got simulacra traits to unlock. And then below this we've got again more stuff. I actually full sent trying to get a nice fortress combat engine on this space-time crystal fragments. But so I've actually I had like 500 of these, and I full sent it on trying to get a nice piece of this, and it didn't work. Don't do that. Always save a little bit. And again, so this is the black gold store. This is where it is. Same thing with the box selectors as well. But you'll notice the premium banner isn't in here. It's because it's on the premium banner. You'll have to go to the premium banner itself to actually go and get that. And so that was the commissionary here. You want to be coming into this at least sort of once a week and take in some of this stuff, because it refreshes every week. Basically, this stuff at the bottom, it refreshes every week. Once a week it comes back. So Smart Servant, just a shortcut to Mia. Simulacra, shortcut to the simulacras. Weapons, shortcut to weapons. Matrices, same deal. Relics, same deal. Then this is probably the main menu for the relics, to be honest. So this is, again, one of the important things you will be using probably this piece for. And you can go through and you can basically go, if you go to deploy at the bottom here, you've got your sets. You can have 5 sets. If I quickly go through my 5 sets, I've got the Alternate Destiny and the Kuant, very good. Overdrive Shot and Kuant Type 2. This is a Battle Pass relic. And then Overdrive and Projector. And again, the Overdrive, I believe, is a Battle Pass as well. Cybernetic Arm and the Jetpack. You definitely want these two together for movement purposes. Please see my other video for that. And the jet board and the speed boots, again, you kind of want those two together for movement purposes. But that's where you sort out, and then that's where your relics are. That's where you upgrade them. You know, you so like here, for example, this one needs an upgrade. You want to come in here, click it, press advance, upgrade it when you've got the pieces. And this has got another level. And in getting another level, it's unlocked another trait. So the more levels these get, the more traits these get. Some of them can be very, very good. Like the Kuant there. Suppressors, this is something that's very slow, and over time, this is your overall power, I guess. And even though, I think now I'm over 109,000 CS, but I just haven't got these materials. So this is, again, something that was in that store. You want to be getting these and saving these up. If you can do that early on, it's a really good idea. But this is just slow now a bit for me. So this is over time, you'll get a little piece for your suppressor. This is more basically time gated than anything else, really. If you play TOF, if I'd logged in, if I'd stayed playing and I didn't stop for like a year or two, I would have had this maxed out mode out already. But I didn't play this game for about a year, and then I came back last year. So vehicles, this is where you sort your mounts out. Again, you can rank some of these up, and you can get DC if you go to maintain. You can maintain these for certain equipment in the game, and you get basically dark crystals in return. Not much more to it than that. And you basically also get to change the color. The main thing I really wanted, I just wanted this cruiser in red, and I think you need about level 50 or something to do that. If we go up to terminal, This is like your achievements. You'll come here quite a bit. Stuff with the story, your photography bits. You'll get like DC for getting the scenic areas if you get those. You've got bits of the story. Yeah, you've got your appointed researchers in here again. It was in that other area as well. Here we go. So your bounties and your quests and stuff are all in here as well. Your missions and your achievements here will no doubt ping you here quite a lot, and you'll get this a lot because this will tell you stuff when you're doing in the game. So that's the terminal. Rankings, I never use this, but if you're really interested, that's I guess where the leaderboards are. Your crew, definitely join a crew. If you haven't got a crew, join one. I'm sure, make sure it's active, but you know, you want to participate in this weekly stuff up here, and you want to be doing these quests as well to try and help out. Avoid risk, whatever. You will obviously be donating if you can to them as well, just help out, and obviously try and socialize. Usually some of them have discords and other things. Just join that and yeah, join the community, I suppose. This is your backpack. Again, these are all keybinds I use on the keyboard. It's what I'd recommend. So like I just have my backpack and it takes me to my weapon menu here, and I just go from here. I go wherever, and if I've got tab as my overall menu here. Doesn't really matter though. But yeah, that's kind of what this is all really doing. It's just shortcuts to stuff. Your social network, this is where your mail is, I believe. Yeah, mail's down here, but then friends, and you'll get random friend requests and stuff through here. But it's usually just the AI, like an early version of ChatGPT or something, with the characters just trying to have a conversation with you. Enhance, what is this? This is a really scuffed way of quickly leveling your gear. It's fine. I don't know if I'd really recommend this though, but this isn't bad. This is new. I would just do it like I used to do it, and you come into here and you go enhance, and then if you want to level it, you can do that through here. Well, I've got a lot of that. Hey, you didn't see that. I need to do that. You can click. That kind of tells I've been slacking. That's kind of it though. That is it. I believe that's it. That is, I think that is everything. There's all the menus. Happy days. Okay, so that's now over. So thank you very much for watching. I say if this helped you, please leave a like, please subscribe. If I've missed some things, you might want to check out my other videos. I don't know if I'll put that in already. Hopefully I did, but I got a previous Fortitude build, and I got a previous returner's guide. So like when I returned stuff that helped me, Tarot Fantasy stuff that changed, and again, that's possibly what you're looking for if you've returned as well. So thank you for watching. One level all start here. I guess it's not Origin at War. I should probably match for that, I suppose. Void Abyss is kind of similar though, to be. Use Vault weapons. Use flame weapons. Hey, easy. Jesus. Actually get to do a raid randomly. Oh, can you... Isn't there a thing to do with this? I don't think it's the... Oh, I actually don't know. I don't know if there's a specific... I say I know one of them you have to do a whole mechanic, but I didn't think it was this one. That was good.
Open it.
This one really got me traveling around.